Hi, this is Shui with a review of a Reebok shoe that could have been easily ignored or dismissed or taken for granted. This is the Reebok Energen Run. It's a weird name. First of all, it's got a very sleek, simple design. Uniquely, this one line of the Reebok logo is visible, and the white kind of blends in with the rest of the shoe. So, at a glance, you look like, is this some kind of a new Chinese shoe logo? Is this an altered version of a Mizuno logo? But no, it is a Reebok logo. Um, the fused material, the engineered mesh material is very breathable and nice, but at the same time, they're not crazy, uh, wonky, or just it just stretches like lycra or anything like that. So there's a good amount of lockdown, and there's a good amount of uh, uh, tightness here, as in no dead space on top of the toe box, which is usually the case with some runners or cross trainers. So this actually works well if you want to wear this for some movement that requires certain degree of support for lateral side-to-side movements. The fused material is pretty dense around the toe box area, the mud guard, some might call it, and there's a minimal but adequate amount of fuse around to provide support. And around the heel area, the material is a little bit thicker, less breathable, and there's a small but prominent, very, I guess, visible. I mean, small but a heel clutching little cup that has a certain amount of surefire presence there to provide a secure lock, not exactly a lockdown, but provide some form of secure fit there. It does not provide any heel slip, unlike some of the lazily thought out basketball models that we find these days. And I love the fact that the Achilles heel area comes up all the way to provide that additional comfort and support, and at the same time, it makes it easier to slip your foot in. The padding around is minimal, but very soft and nice. The tongue is also uh, minimal but substantial. The mesh foam is all around to provide a level of breathability. For size 9, it weighs about 288 grams, so it's pretty lightweight, and it feels even lighter than what the digits show. The outsole has an amazing pattern. The grooves are thick, and the blades uh, are long, and this is sort of like reminiscent of the pattern that I've experienced in a Puma shoe called the Ignite Ultimate, I think so. And that actually had a thinner groove with a similar pattern, and the traction was amazing. It was actually providing me with some good bite and grip, while other people were wearing better shoes like Crazy Quicks or basketball shoes that are known for their traction, were slipping and sliding a little bit. That one actually provided a better better friction and traction that actually bites. And this is very much the same, except it's more durable and it bites even harder. So I'm surprised that this actually is um, resistant to dust. And on a fairly dusty court, I used this interchange this with KD13s, which has great traction, and they were comparable. And sometimes it felt like this had maybe even better traction than that. The cushioning is the fuel foam. We've seen fuel foam used in previous Reebok models, like was it Driftium? I forgot the name, but it was a very low end budget model that anyone could afford, and they always go on discounts. The fuel foam is much fluffier and softer here. I believe they use something similar or something like a fuel foam in the Reebok Dynamica, which is sort of like the lower end budget version of the Dynamica, and the Kinetica. I mean, the Dynamica is the lower end version of the Kinetica, but the Dynamica actually had really soft midsole, and this is even fluffier. It feels like um, React that is fluffy like Lunar. If you've experienced both cushionings, you will know what I mean. So this is the best foam cushioning I've experienced in a long while. I would say it's the best so far in any shoes that I've reviewed in 2021. I'm blown away, and it's pretty durable because I've hooped in it for like 2 hours, and it's still providing that same feeling that I felt once I first put this on straight out of the box. I wish they would use this foam to create a basketball shoe in the future. Maybe pro some older models like the Answers or whatnot with this foam. That will be amazing. It fits true to size, and Yeah, I think I pretty much covered everything that you need to know. It's all on sale for like less than 30-40 bucks these days. The good thing for us consumers is that Reebok is sort of like the discarded bastard child of Adidas. After Adidas acquired Reebok, they've been pushed into a corner, left in the lurch to do whatever they want, and you know, play away from the other kids who are hanging out in the jungle gym. It's like the little kid with a, you know, with smallpox or chickenpox or or lice in their hair that, you know, they kind of look dirty, that gets neglected. So it feels like that's the case of Reebok, but they're actually swinging hard and knocking it out of the park, and I'm really amazed with this shoe. You should give it a try. I'm blown away.